Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
How are you doing today?
I'm I'm very great.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Are you cold? Are you in the south?
Yes, I'm in the south in
Yeah.
near the Porto Alegre.
Yeah. And what is the temperature there?
Now, let me see. 10 degrees.
10 degrees.
10 degrees.
Oh, it's very cold. Very cold.
Yes.
And tell me, do you like cold weather?
Nope.
No.
I prefer the sunny and the heat.
Ah, you prefer summer.
Yes, yes.
And why do you prefer summer?
Because for me it's a good temperature for running, for uh, practical exercise, and it's the day. It's more. We have more time at the daytime, right?
More sunlight. Yeah.
Yes, more sunlight. Uh, because in winter we stay at home too much, and we eat a lot too.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, so if you prefer to do things outside, like running, like doing exercise, summer is much better.
Yes, yes, yes.
And tell me, can you go to the beach in the south? Are there good beaches there?
Not good beach. The beach in here, it's we tell about this the seeds similar to chocolate, right? The water, it's not
Ah,
clean, right? It's not
okay.
clean water
Ah,
of the
that's sad.
sea. The
And
sea is it's a little bit brown, right?
mm, yeah, so it's not so beautiful and not so clean. But
Yes,
is it cold, the water?
yes, all the time.
I can imagine that. And hello, Bruno. Hello, Rosanna. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
How you doing, guys?
It's very cold in São Paulo.
Here in Rio de Janeiro, too, where I live, is very cold, too, but not as cold as in the south. Yeah. Ah, Bruno caiu. Okay, guys. So, Rosana, tell me, what's the temperature in São Paulo?
Now I think 11, I think.
Oh,
But in the morning, 6. Yes, oh,
wow.
9. In the
9
morning, 6 degrees. Degrees?
Degrees.
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 Yes.
Yes.
Oh, it's very cold, freezing. And do you like cold weather, Rosanna?
No, I don't like. I I prefer summer. I like hot. No, hot.
Yeah, hot weather.
Hot
Hot weather.
weather. Yes, I
Yeah,
prefer.
me too. Me too. There are a lot of things to do in the summer, but in the winter, like Anthony said, just you eat a lot, you stay at home too much.
Yes.
So it's not so good. Just a moment, guys. Nathan is coming in and Bruno not yet. So let's see it here. Hello, Nathan. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, nice to meet you, Nathan. This is the first time I see you. How are you?
Nice to meet you. And I am fine, thank you.
Oh, great. And where are you from? Where do you live?
I am from Brazil, living in São Paulo.
Ah, São Paulo too. Nice. I'm from Rio de Janeiro. Okay.
Really.
So, guys, let's start the class. I don't know if the rest of the group is coming, but let's start the class because we have to enjoy every second of the class. So, let me share the screen with you guys. So, this is our second lesson, and today we will talk about a day in the life. This title, A Day in the Life, we see a lot on the internet. Usually are videos who shows a day in the life of a specific worker. For example, a day in the life of a doctor, a day in the life of a soccer player, for example. So today we will talk about a day in the life of a specific worker. Okay. And to start with, we are going to see here some actions that these workers, sorry, does throughout the day. Okay, so first of all, I would like you guys, everybody, to repeat after me these actions. Okay, so let's repeat, please. Adjust.
Adjust,
Adjust,
Okay, analyze,
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 collect,
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 inspect,
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 install,
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 manage,
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 maintain,
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 operate,
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 repair,
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 report,
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 Art.
solve,
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 test.
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 Okay, so for you guys that just arrived in class, we are talking about the actions that a specific worker does throughout his day. And here we have 12 actions that this professional does. All right. And take a look on these actions. And I would like to know, did you understand these actions?
Yes.
Do you have any
Yes,
questions about it?
Uh, what
nope.
is the solve?
Solve is like solucionar. For example, she solved the mystery. She solved the problem. Okay, so we see these actions solve with these words. So it's like solucionar algo. And
Mhm.
as you can see, guys, these actions look like what we have in Portuguese. For example, analyze, analisar, adjust, ajustar. So, did you understand all the actions?
E o inspetor estava gerente, managing, operator. Yes.
Yes, great.
The last test is
It's like testar, literalmente
testar.
testar.
That's
Yes. For example, we can test a device, né, um aparelho eletrônico. We can make a test in the water. So we can use this action to talk about many things. And guys, I would like to know, I'm going to ask you to some of you guys. Uh, Anthony, please, can you tell me which of these actions you relate to your work? Do you do one of these actions?
All of them.
A lot of all of
Adjust,
them.
analyze, collect, inspect, install, manage, maintain, operate, repair, report, solve, and test.
Oh my
We
gosh,
do all.
that's a lot of things.
Yes,
That's a
yes,
lot of
yes.
things. So could you give us an example of something that you usually adjust or analyze, for example?
Well, when we have one equipment broken, right? We need to analyze what what alarm that the system give to us, right? And then we analyze this. After that, we can inspect the equipment,
Mm,
inspect the example, a sensor, encoder, or the wires,
mhm.
and the fault in the system, right? A fuse that possibly broke a fuse, right? And then we can repair the equipment, right?
Oh my gosh. So you have to do all these things to see what is the real problem and then repair.
Yes.
Oh
And
my God.
after repair, we need to test and um, left the equipment operate for the operator, right?
Oh,
And in finishing, we made a report of the troubleshooting and what we what we did to solve the problem.
wow. Amazing. So you need to ensure that the machine or equipment is working
Good.
before you
Yeah,
the
to give
operators.
yes to give the machine to operator.
Oh my gosh. And do you usually write a report talking about this troubleshoot?
Yes, yes, we need
Yeah.
to do this for all repairs that we made
In Portuguese or English?
in
Yeah,
English,
I was
in
going to ask
Portuguese, in
In
Portuguese,
Portuguese.
in
this.
Portuguese, in
But
Portuguese.
you expressed yourself very clearly, Anthony. I think you wouldn't have any problems to write a report in English. I think you do great.
Okay, thank you so much.
And what about you, Hosanna? I know that you don't work in this offshore area, but I'm sure you do some of these actions throughout your day. So, what of these actions do you normally do at work?
Okay, in my ear, have has a manager, and uh, this analyze can see analysta.
This analyze? No,
É.
this analyze is the action. Is like
Ah,
analisar, you
that's
know.
okay. But
But you can say the analysis worker.
okay. I think just manage and analyze.
Analyze. And did you have to write reports when you work at the hospital?
Yes, when I worked at the Albert Einstein, we need to write the report for other people. Um, what I say, troca de plantão.
It's like the shift handover, remember?
Yes, shift handover.
So when there was a shift handover, you had to write a report
Yes, in Portuguese.
in Portuguese. But in the future, maybe you'll be able to write in English too.
Yes.
Yeah, let's hope for that. So, guys, now, yes, thank you, Anthony. Shift handover, guys. So, this change, we call it that. So, now let's moving on. I don't know if you remember, but on last class, we talked about radio communication and we talked a little bit about gauges. Remember that we talked about gauges. And now we are going to talk about it a little bit more because there are many types of gauges. Okay, these are the main ones. And gauges in general, they are used to measure things like pressure, temperature, flow rate, mud. So we have these four here. So I would like you guys to repeat after me. Flow rate gauge,
Flow rate gauge,
Flow rate gauge,
mud gauge,
mud
mud
gauge,
gauge,
pressure gauge,
Pressure
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 gauge,
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 and temperature gauge.
temperature
temperature
gauge.
gauge.
All right. And here on the right side, we have some definitions of these specific types of gauges. Okay. It's very easy to understand because with the name of the gauge, we have some idea of what it is. So I wanted you guys to tell me which is the definition for these types of gauges. All right. Oh, sorry. Acabei passando aqui. So, the first definition, I would like you, let me see. Maria, are you there?
And
Você tá aí? Yes.
yeah, yes.
Can you
Casual,
read the
cash,
first one? Hmm?
uh, see.
Can you
Pressure
read?
go, yes.
Yes. Okay, so read and then tell me the answer, okay?
Okay.
Para você ler.
Pode ler, por favor. Você lê e depois você me fala a resposta, por favor.
Used to measure temperature of fluid in the drilling system, including mud pumps, mud tanks, and wheelbarrow.
Well
Well,
bar.
or,
Wheelbarrow.
yeah,
Pressure, pressure, pressure gauge.
yes, that's right. Is the pressure gauge. Maria, just repeat after me. Oh, measure.
Measure.
Perfect. Measure. Okay, so like the name says, pressure gauge, sorry, it is used to measure the pressure of fluids. And here we have the drilling system, that is the system responsible for the drilling part, ou seja, de perfuração, including mud pumps, mud tanks, and well bore. These mud guys, normally we translate mud as lama because in the drilling process, when they are drilling, it releases mud from the wellbore, ou seja, libera lama lá do poço. Wellbore é o que a gente conhece como poço, que é onde é feita a perfuração. So in this case, this mud is what comes out from this drilling process. Okay?
Okay.
Now the next one. Nathan, can you read the next definition, please? Here.
okay. Um, Used to measure the properties of drilling mud
Mud,
sure viscosity viscosity
viscosity,
viscosity doesn't and pg pg
pH.
pH
Yes, and repeat with me too. Measure.
measure.
Yes, okay, measure. So think about it. We have some words here that is like in Portuguese. Viscosity, density, and pH. So we have some words in Portuguese like this. So Nathan, take a look on the definition. And do you know what type of gauge is this?
Mm, B,
Letter B?
letter B.
Yes, correct. Is the mud gauge. Very nice. Now the next one, please. Can you read the definition, Rosanna?
Ok. Used to measure the temperature of fluids in the drilling system.
Excellent.
Aí,
So What
think
gauge is this?
I think D.
B or D? Sorry.
D.
D. D. Sorry. Yes, is the temperature gauge. So it's used to measure the temperature. Correct. And now, now I'm sorry, Anthony. This one's like easy for you, but can you read the definition and tell me?
Use it to measure the flow of fluids in the drilling system, including the flow of mud, water, and fuel. Flow rate gauge. No, gauge. Flow rate
Okay.
gauge. Gauge.
Yes, flow rate gauge. Excellent. Perfeito. So, guys, when we talk about the flow, we are talking about fluxo, the flow of fluids, okay, in this drilling system. So, as you can see, we have different kinds of gauges depending on what they want to measure. Yes, Anthony.
Uh, we use the flow measure to
Ah,
flow meter, no flow measure, flow meter.
it's an equipment to do
It
that.
yes to do the it's the same the flow rate gauge. Gauge no,
Gauge.
gauge gauge. We tell when the guys tell to us about the the flow meter we have problem in the flow meter. You can check please, and we check the flow meter. It's the same equipment, the flow rate
Yeah, that's interesting. Flow rate gauge.
gauge.
Gouge is not wrong, gouge, but it's British, you know, with
Yes.
the British
I,
pronunciation,
normally I'm tell gauge, gauge,
gouge. No
gauge.
problem because I could clearly understand you. And
Okay.
that's nice to know that there is a different kind of gauge that measures the flow. And
Yes.
is there any difference between them? Or
No, it's just one expression of it's the same apelido of the
a
equipment.
nickname.
Yes. Yes. Check the
Ah,
flow
okay.
meter, please.
Good to know. Very good to know. Thank you for these, Anthony. I didn't know about it. See, guys, it's very interesting. And now let's moving on because we are going to talk about units and variables. So the units we've seen so far are this one that we saw in gauges: pressure, temperature, level, flow. In English, we call them variables, like in Portuguese, variáveis, you know? So here we just have some images that I need you to match with these pictures, right? So Maria, look this first picture here. Okay, look and tell me, is this a pressure, temperature, level, or flow gauge?
Mm, I think temperature, temperature.
Yes, that's right. It's a temperature because we can see here a yellow thermometer, a small
Yes.
yellow thermometer here. Yeah, great job. Now, the second here, Anthony. Which kind of gauge do you think this is?
Maybe pressure.
Yes, that's right. It's a pressure gauge. And the next one, tell me, Nathan.
Mm, level.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
It's a level gauge. Yes, to measure the level of some fluid. Correct. And the last one, Hosanna.
Flow.
So that's right. So just to for you guys to remember this. So when we talk about variables, we have specific units that we use to talk about it. For example, When I talk about somebody's height, altura de alguém, normally we use meters, maybe centimeters, so we have some units for each case to talk about temperature, pressure, level, and flow. So here we have just a few, guys, because there are many units. Okay, so these are the main units people use, right? So let's repeat with me: Celsius degree,
Celsius
Celsius
degree,
degree,
meters,
meters,
Pascal,
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 percent,
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 Fahrenheit degree,
Fahrenheit
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 degree,
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 cubic meter per minute,
cubic meter
cubic
for
cubic
meter per
meter per
minute,
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 bar,
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 and PSI,
PSI.
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 right? So tell me, let's start with you, Anthony. Celsius degree is a unit that we use with what variable?
Temperature,
Temperature, that's right. And what about meters, Rosanna?
Meters.
What do you think?
Mm, I, I think flow. I don't know.
Oh, let me show you. Actually, it's level. When we
Okay.
talk about the level of something, we use meters. Okay.
Mm, okay.
And Maria, what about Pascal?
É, pressure.
Yes, that's right. We use in to measure pressure.
Press.
And percent, Nathan, what do you think?
Mm, the pressure.
Pressure too? Let's see. Actually, level. So level we can also measure in percentage. Okay. And Fahrenheit degree. Let's see. Anthony,
temperature,
sorry? Temp-
temperature,
yes, correct. Temperature. Cubic meter per minute. What do you think, Rosanna?
I think pressure.
Pressure.
No?
Flow
Flow.
actually is the flow. Because when we measure flow, usually we talk about liquids, So
Mm-hmm.
these liquids we measure in cubic meter per minute because, there's a lot, so it's difficult to measure. And
Mm-hmm.
what about bar, Maria?
Bar, pressure.
Yes, that's right. It's pressure. And PSI, Anthony.
pressure.
Pressure too. That's correct. Okay, so as I told you, these are the main variables and units, but we have more than that. Okay, now guys, we have some sentences here in number 3, and I need you to pay attention on the sentence to see what is the meaning of the sentence and see which of these units or variables we can put in this gap, okay? For example, the is 20 bar now. So we are talking about this specific unit, bar. So think about it. If you are talking about bar, what can we put here, Maria?
The pressure is 20 bar now.
Yes, amazing. The pressure is 20 bar now. So if you take a look, guys, our bar is in the pressure group. So it's easy to see. Now in letter B, what's the reading on the gauge? It's 10 cubic meters per minute. Is it lower than usual? So we have a question and an answer here. So Anthony, how can you complete this sentence? Ah, Anthony is not here anymore. So think about it. Let's see, Nathan, 10 cubic meters per minute. So, what are we talking about? Por que a gente está falando?
Um, as tem, temperature,
Mm-mm.
Actually, is
temperature.
that temperature? Yeah, could be temperature, but since we are talking about cubic meter per minute, like here, so it's flow.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm,
it's flow. Okay. Now, letter C, the water is hotter than normal. What's the exact? It's 98, and we have the answer. So, Rosana, how can you complete this question and answer?
And temperature.
Yes. So, can you read, please?
Okay. The number C, né?
Yes.
The water is hotter than normal. What's the exact temperature?
Yes.
It's
Temperature.
98. 98. It's 98 degree
Yes. Degrees. So, you can use
degrees.
Celsius degrees
Uh,
or Fahrenheit degrees.
okay.
Because, guys, in Brazil and in most part of the world, people use Celsius degrees.
Degrees.
But there are some countries who decided to use a different system, like the United States and some other countries that I don't remember. But the United States, for example, they use Fahrenheit. So when
Mm-hmm.
we are talking about temperature, normally we can use only degrees, it's 10 degrees, or
Mm-hmm.
we can say Celsius degrees or Fahrenheit degrees. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And Anthony has come back. So, Anthony, now it's your turn. Here in letter D, we have what's the fluid in this tank? It's 2.5. That's 80% full.
Let me see. What's the level of the fluid in this tank? It's
Mm-hmm.
2.5 meters.
Mm-hmm.
That is 80% full.
Yes, you did great.
In the
Amazing. Amazing. So, guys, it's not difficult if we think about it. Tal unit, we can relate to pressure. Oh, we can relate to temperature. So, when we see it, it's not so difficult to understand what we can use here. And now, guys, now we are going to have a listening. Okay. Remember that the name of the class is A Day in the Life. So you are going to listen to a man talking about his job as an instrument technician. Okay.
okay.
So first of all, I need you just to listen to. Okay. So pay attention.
What does an instrument technician do? Well, offshore platforms have a lot of instruments and instrument systems. Everything from simple gauges to electronic and computer systems. They're for measuring, recording and controlling variables. Variables like pressure, flow, temperature, level and so on. In my job, I install, maintain and repair these instruments. I inspect and test them regularly and adjust them if necessary. I test electrical circuits too. If there's a problem, I diagnose the problem and solve it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you understand? So now
This
we
is
are going.
electronic technician.
Yeah, so and he does a lot of things too, Anthony, just like you. So he has a lot of things to do, guys. And now we have some questions for you to answer. The first question is, what are the instrument systems used for, and what are the variables they measure? So, first of all, take a look on the questions and tell me, did you understand the questions?
Yep.
Yeah, you can ask me, guys, if you didn't understand something. Okay,
Mm, no, I don't understand.
don't understand what you didn't understand, Rosanna.
So, what you use it?
What the he talks about instrument systems.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you need to tell me what they are used for. What is the reason? Qual que seria o motivo pelo qual eles são utilizados? So you
Mm-hmm.
need to pay attention in what he's going to say about that. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And the second, did you understand?
Install lift management shaper solve test. Okay.
Okay, and what are the variables they measure? They here, guys, is the instrument systems, ou seja, quais são as variáveis que eles medem? Eles quem? Os instrument systems. Okay, so we have two questions about the same thing, about instrument systems. Okay, so let's listen to the audio again, and then I'm going to ask you.
What does an instrument technician do? Well, offshore platforms have a lot of instruments and instrument systems. Everything from simple gauges to electronic and computer systems. They're for measuring, recording and controlling variables. Variables like pressure, flow, temperature, level and so on. In my job, I install, maintain and repair these instruments. I inspect and test them regularly and adjust them if necessary. I test electrical circuits too. If there's a problem, I diagnose the problem and solve it.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the first question I'm going to ask you, Anthony, what are the instrument systems used for?
Controllers, computers, this that I remember.
Yes, these are examples of instrument systems, but are they used for what?
For controlling,
For controlling.
controlling,
Okay.
recording.
Yes.
Yes, controlling and recording.
Controlling and recording. Okay, great. And you, Maria, did you get anything from this answer?
More or less, is instrument system, computer, measuring pressure, flow.
Yes, these are the variables. These are the variables. It's correct. And Anthony said the instrument systems are for controlling and recording. Did you guys, Rosana or Nathan, did you hear something else?
Yes, there are many variables they measure.
Measure.
Uh, Same the temperature, level, pressure, flow, and when has a problem, he needs to test. Right? think so.
Yes, yes, amazing. You got a lot of information. Congrats, Rosana. That's it. So now I'm gonna show you the answer. So, as Tony said, congrats, Tony. You got everything right. So they're used for measuring, recording, and controlling variables. Congrats, you did great, Anthony. Do you guys know what is recording? When we record a video, it's like gravar. So these instrument systems are for that, measuring, recording, ou seja, para gravar, and controlling these variables, okay? And
Mhm.
as you said, Rosana and Maria, these are the variables they measure. They measure pressure, flow, temperature, level, and so on, okay?
Mhm.
Well, now, guys, we have some actions. Okay, he mentioned some actions, but some of these he doesn't say anything about it. So we are going to listen to this audio a last time, and then I'm going to ask you if he said anything about these actions here. Okay,
Mhm.
so pay attention.
What does an instrument technician do? Well, offshore platforms have a lot of instruments and instrument systems, everything from simple gauges to electronic and computer systems. They're for measuring, recording, and controlling variables. Variables like pressure, flow, temperature, level, and so on. In my job, I install, maintain, and repair these instruments. I inspect and test them regularly and adjust them if necessary. I test electrical circuits too. If there's a problem, I diagnose the problem and solve it.
Mhm. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So let's see. Let me see. Nathan, does he say anything about adjust? Yes or no?
Uh, yes.
Mhm.
Yes, he adjusts. Analyze, Rosana.
I think no.
No. No, that's right. And collect, Maria.
Um, yes. Test, solve. Um, no, no, no.
No.
Yes,
Collect, no?
no. Collect.
Yes.
No.
Yes, he didn't said anything about collecting. He didn't say that. And Anthony, diagnose.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, he says that. Develop, Nathan.
No.
No?
No.
No. No? Fix, Maria.
No, remember. No, no,
You
no,
think no?
no.
No. Doesn't say anything about fixing. And inspect, Anthony.
Yes.
Yes, he inspects. Correct. Install, Rosana.
Yes.
Yes. Lift, Maria.
No lift. No.
No lift. Do you guys know what is lift? Yes. Uh, I'm lifting my water. Lift is like
Mm.
this. And it's curious, guys, because we have the word elevator. Yes, you can say, Anthony.
Como é que se chama empilhadeira em inglês?
Ah, empilhadeira. A very specific word. Empilhadeira in
Forklift.
English. Forklift, yes. Yeah,
Forklift.
I didn't think about it when you asked
Yes,
it.
forklift. Fork.
Yeah,
Fork de
fork,
garfo.
garfo, yes. E lift de
Lift.
levantar. That's
Mhm.
right. So lift, guys, is this action de levantar algo. And it's funny, complementando o que o Anthony said, we have the word elevator, right? The elevator. But in the British English, they say lift for elevator too. So we have lift as in levantar or elevador in the British English. Okay. Very good. I didn't think about forklift, and this was genius. Was amazing. And now, what about maintain, Maria? What can you tell me?
Maintain. No.
No. Oh, sorry. Actually, yes. He said something about
Mhm.
maintain.
Yes.
Yes, he
No.
said. Sorry. No problem. No problem. Rosana, manage.
Yes.
Yes, manage. No.
No. Ah.
Actually, no. Because, guys, be careful. We have the word manager,
Mm.
and we have the action manage. Do you
Ah.
know the difference?
Mm. Okay.
Manager é gerente? Manager.
Manager, gerente. E manage é gerenciar.
Uhum.
Então, sem o R no final, né? Igual que tá ali, manage, gerenciar. Manager is the person. Okay?
Okay.
Great. And now, Anthony, repair.
Yep.
Yes, yes. It's part of the job. And Nathan, solve.
No.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Yes, actually, yes. He solved the problems. And test, Rosana.
Yes.
Yes, he tests things. Yes, amazing, guys. You did great. And now, guys, it's time for you to talk about your job. So we have a role playing, like encenação, and we have this situation here. Pay attention. An interviewer wants to know more about your job, and you need to give him details about it, including the following information: the time you spend working, the actions you take throughout the day. Throughout is like ao longo do dia,
Uhum.
throughout the day. If you work in group or by yourself, alone, what kind of problems you solve, and how you solve or report these problems. Okay? So, first of all, guys, since it is an interviewer, entrevistador, we are going to do this task in a different way. I'm going to start with you, Anthony and Rosanna. Okay? Anthony, you will be the interviewer. You are going to make questions to Rosanna, and Rosanna, you need to answer this question. And Anthony, you have to use the information we have here. So, for example, when you need to ask the time Rosanna spent working, you have to ask Rosanna, how long do you spend working? So you have to change the sentence into a question. Okay? All right.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Rosanna, you are going to be interviewed. Okay? Are you prepared?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, great. So you can start, guys.
Hosanna, how long time you spend in working?
Okay. Uh, I spend 8 hours working all the day. During the day?
Yeah, during the day.
Okay. Do you
What
understand?
You
what actions do you take? No. What actions you take
do
through
you
the
take
day? Do you take through the day? Through,
throughout?
throughout the day.
Excellent.
Okay. My actions throughout the day, there are see many photographics, and I call some customer, and I need to what I say, analisar. analyze,
Analyze.
analyze, okay, analyze some documents,
Documents.
yes, and mm, and analyze some counts too.
Some accounts.
Account, yes.
Very good. Do you work in a group or by yourself?
Okay, I work in group and the team.
Ok. Ali já tá meio que como uma pergunta, né? What kind of problems do you solve?
Okay, I solve many problems during the day because I have many work, a lot of work, and I need to approve some clients because they need to access the account of the bank by app,
By the app.
by app, yes. And I need to approve some actions,
Some transactions.
Okay.
yes.
And do you need to make a report of these problems, or you need to make a report about your job?
Mm, I don't make a report, but I need to write some informations and the account of the clients.
Interesting. Okay. So you can say now, Tony, thank you for your time, Rosanna.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for the interview. See you.
Yes, amazing. You guys did great. Because usually in interviews, they say that, oh, Fulano, thank you for your time, for your answers. Okay, amazing. Amazing. Truly amazing. Now, Rosanna, it's your turn. You are the interviewer, and you need to make questions to Maria. Okay?
Okay.
So you can start, please.
The same questions.
Yeah, the same.
Uh,
If you want, you can change a little bit. No problem.
Okay. Hello, Maria. Good evening. How long time you spend working?
Mm, I usually work 8 hours a day.
Okay. What the actions you take through, what's the word teacher?
Throughout,
Throughout the day.
I I create technical drawings and developed 3D models
Okay.
and the project specific.
Okay.
specific projects.
Okay. Do you work in group or by yourself?
I work be be myself most of the time, and but I also college with Andrew and of the team uh, members remarkable.
Okay.
So remotely through
Me-
Teams. Okay.
Okay. What kind of problems you solve?
Yes, I solve design uses and uh, in example dimensional errors and missing detalhes and so so uh, so
Oh, so just a bit, Maria, do you have to calculate things?
yes, I
Okay.
calculate in structural and structural in design in my work.
Mhm.
Amazing.
Okay. Okay. How you
Example, teacher, a, is resistência, eu não sei falar em inglês.
Resistance
resistant?
Resistência em plambagem. Eu não sei explicar, é falar em inglês.
is like the resistance of materials.
Yes, yes.
Oh, amazing. That seems so difficult. That seems very difficult, Maria. And now, Rosana, can you make the last question for Maria, please?
Okay. Um, uh, how do you solve? How do
Yeah,
you
or
need?
report.
Uh, how? But I can say how you solve.
How do you solve? So you need to
How
put
do
do.
you solve or report these problems?
Yes.
Mhm.
Analyze the use, correct the drawing,
Mhm.
and the information to improve the email.
Mm. Ah, so you do that by email.
Maybe.
Yes, by email.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Okay.
online meeting.
Uh,
Or in an
mm,
online meeting.
online meeting. Teams
Wow.
meeting.
Oh, amazing. Amazing. So what can you say to Maria now, Rosanna?
Thank you very much, Maria.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time, Maria. And now, Nathan, just to finish, first of all, I need to ask you, do you study or work?
I study.
Okay, you study. So, Maria, you need to change the questions here because Nathan doesn't work. He studies. So instead of saying, Nathan, how much time do you spend working? You have to say, how much time do you spend studying? Okay, so you have to change the questions into Nathan's reality. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so you can start, please.
Hi, Nathan.
Mhm.
Hi.
Good evening.
Good
Uh,
evening.
the time you spend studying,
Yes, I study uh, every day. Yeah.
Okay,
the actions you take throughout the day, the day.
throughout the day.
Throughout.
I went in my school and I play in my cell phone.
Mhm.
Okay.
You go to school, you play cell phone. What else?
Yeah.
Que mais?
Uh, and uh, I sleep.
Yeah, nicely. Great. Now, Maria, ask him if he plays alone or in group.
If you study in group or by yourself.
Can be.
I studied in the group because my friend is uh, very good.
Your
I like.
friend is intelligent.
Yes,
Yes.
I know.
Okay, okay. And now, oh, Maria, please ask Nathan about his favorite subject at school. Oh, subject, guys. I don't know if you know. Oh, let me put it here in the chat. Subject. Subject can have two meanings. When we are talking about school, subject means matéria escolar, português, math, science, history. E subject pode ser também a palavra assunto. But in this case, since Nathan studies, we are talking about matérias escolares. So, Maria, ask Nathan about his favorite subject at school.
Nathan, what's the subject favorite material school
What is your favorite subject?
subject?
Um, I don't know. Is art, assim que fala?
Arts.
É,
Yes.
art.
Yes. Do
And
you like to draw?
uh, no.
Oh my God.
And I like geography. Yes, geography.
Geography. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make a test with you, Nathan, to see if you know geography, okay? So,
Okay.
Nathan, what is the capital of the United States?
United States. Repeat, please.
Yeah, from the USA, the United States. What is the capital of the United States?
Um, USA.
Yes.
Um, uh,
Dun, dun, dun,
I don't know.
dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
It is very difficult. Sorry.
Yes, it's difficult. I made you a difficult question.
Yeah.
Sorry, I wanted to see if you know about geography. Truly know. Who knows? What is the capital of the USA? Who knows that?
Ainda shot, é assim que fala, chute.
No, I can. You can give a clue. Pode falar, dá uma dica. Qual que seria seu palpite? What is your guess?
Capital in the USA. Is
Estados Unidos.
o quê?
Capital dos Estados Unidos.
Eu não tenho culpa que ela respondeu, hein?
Não,
Não,
ele
falei,
até sabe, só que ele está confuso. Porque não, porque a gente fala muito dos Estados Unidos, mas não da capital em si. Quem sabe me dizer? Ó, não vale da Google, não.
Washington.
Yes, that's right. It's Washington, Washington, D.C. Did you know, Nathan?
Nathan,
Ah,
you need to study more. Oh my
I
God,
I
my
think
son.
I think Nathan like arts because he said art
É,
first and then geography. And do you like history, Nathan?
history is very difficult de remember, né?
To
Memories.
remember,
Yeah, it's very difficult.
yeah.
And yes, I like.
You like? Okay, but it's difficult. I agree with you. History is very difficult. So, guys, this is it. This was our class. I'm going to ask Ana to send you the file of the class, okay, o arquivo da aula. And also, you are going to have a homework again. Remember that last class I showed you a homework. So
Mhm.
this class, we have a homework too that you need to
Mhm.
do. And in this homework, guys, we have a game from to find the definition of the words we saw in class, and we have another video, okay,
Mhm.
about a life of an instrumental technician, electrical technician. So
Mhm.
I'm going to send Anna, and then she sends to you. All right.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
thank you so much, guys, again for being here. My camera stopped working. Ah, okay, no problem, Maria. Don't worry. The thing that matters is that you are here today, okay? And Nathan, I'm sorry, I was kidding with you, okay? Tava só brincando com você.
É,
Don't get me wrong. Don't be leve a mal, okay? And I hope you to see you guys next week. So please, Nathan, come back next week to see another class, okay?
Okay.
So guys, this is it. Thank you so much again, and see you next Monday. All right? So
Good
bye
night,
bye,
teacher.
guys.
Bye
Good
bye.
night for you too. Bye bye.